Hey everybody, welcome back to the Relentless Sportsman channel. My name is Corey, and on this channel I teach people how to become better anglers and hunters when it comes to using simple practical methods in the woods or on the water. Stay tuned, you're not going to miss this one. Now, a couple of days I purchased something that I'm really excited about because it's going to give me more options in the woods. Typically, I sit on the ground or I saddle hunt. I like being super mobile, but I kind of bought a compromise simply because I want to keep something on my property, and I also want to use something in a mobile setup situation where I can't always use a saddle. It's kind of a rainy, crappy, windier day today. It's not pleasant outside, but that's not going to ruin my spirits because when I pulled in my driveway today, I walked over to my front door of my house and I saw something that I'm pretty excited about. Let's go see what it is. Here it is, the XOP Air Raid. We've got a really great stand here. I'm going to take this entire thing out of the box. Next time you see me, I'm going to be going to the chesty so you can see exactly what this looks like out of the box. Then we're going to talk about it. I'm probably going to put it on a tree at ground level, see how easy it is to set up for the very first time using it, and go through the things that comes with it when you first order the product. All right, so if we just take a look here, we're going to see all of the different specs of this thing. And one thing I'm going to check for is the weight. I'm just going to use my fish scale here. And one of my biggest pet peeves as a hunter is when you buy sticks or a stand or some form of equipment where you're expecting it to be lightweight and it exceeds the weight that they say in the box or on their website. So we're going to double check that. I remember looking online, it says 11.2 pounds. Here it says it weighs 12 pounds, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to weigh everything, the seat, the straps, the entire cast aluminum platform here. I'm going to see if it actually is 12 pounds or less, because for me it's an integrity thing. It's not just about saving weight. Got everything in here. Straps, obviously, to hold it on there and secure it. You've got to put this 6-point bracket, attach it to the stand at some point. Straps right here as well. This is a safety harness that comes with it. I have a different safety harness that I prefer. I probably won't end up using this. There's a lot of weight here. This metal hardware like this just weighs a ton. I can feel already this is several pounds, just this. So I'm going to hold off on this. I'll probably just leave this in the bag. It's good to have an extra one if you want to leave it, in your vehicle or something in case you forget. But for now, I'm just going to put this over here by the box. I'm going to focus on the stand, getting it set up, and of course, putting the seat on there properly. All right, so let's empty this thing out. You've got your bracket here. There's 6 points. That's why they call it the 6-point bracket. We'll have to install this onto the stand shortly, so we'll take a look at that. We've got these 2 straps here. I believe these are the straps to carry the stand into the woods with you. Eventually I'll probably replace this and get proper backpack straps that are going to be much nicer and they're going to be much more comfortable. So that's there. And then these are the 2 straps that you're going to secure it to the stand with. I can also replace that with something better like daisy chains or something even a little bit lighter. What I do like about these straps is that they don't absorb water. A lot of the other straps that are made of similar material like this and look like this absorb water and eventually wear away, especially if there's a lot of sunlight and a lot of rain within that season if it's left on the stand. So these shouldn't do that according to the advertisement, but I guess we'll find out over time if I use them in that particular way. So once you have this fully unboxed, you're going to notice that you've got your platform, obviously, your beam here, your seat, and then on the right side, everything that you're probably going to need to use to get this working right away. The other 2 items I want to talk about are these straps that are going to wrap around here. Kind of acts like a Versa button. We all know what those are if you've been into the outdoor public hunting, run and gun kind of style. You're going to attach that here, and these are nice because these loops, they hang on the stand a lot better. You can crank them down. It's much more user friendly, particularly when it's cold. If it's really cold, this is really easy to work with cold hands early in the morning, late in the evening, that sort of thing. So of course you get 2 of those, one on the top, one on the bottom. These are the really chintzy, crappy shoulder straps that come with this. I would much rather have them send much better shoulder straps and get rid of that harness, because most people that deer hunt or buy a stand like this already have a harness or a way to secure themselves in the tree. But anyway, these are going to have to be replaced. This is just junk. It's not comfortable. It'll work, you know, for a season, maybe half a season, but after a while, you're going to want to get something a lot nicer than this. Of course, you've got the seat here. I haven't sat on this yet, but I've heard really good reviews about this. There's more to be coming with that in the future when I do future videos, but it's a really nice feature. We'll talk about how it flips, and you can use it both ways up on this stand, how it flips over. And then the last thing is this 6-point bracket. I'll attach that right now, and I'll let you know how easy it is as I go along. So if you look at this bracket right here, you've got a bolt that slides in and out of it. It's squared off right here. The squared off section would obviously line up with this squared off section on this post, this vertical post here. So I'm going to do that right now. Square it off. You can see at the top here how this fits right in. There's two different colors. You can see the contrast right there. That's going to keep it really secure to the tree and hopefully a lot safer for you. Of course, then you take this bolt and you're going to, I can lift the seat up so you can see it easier, and you're going to want to attach it right to this bolt on here. I'll have to get out my tools and make sure that gets on. It's got a lock nut on there, so it's going to be hard to turn by hand, but once you get the tools on there, it should be good to go. Okay, that thing should be cranked on there pretty tight. The good news is you don't have to have another tool to hold and stabilize this bolt from moving. It automatically locks in right there in that space, and you just need to take a crescent wrench, or maybe get the right size wrench over here, and it pretty much takes care of itself. Everything else seems pretty tight and secure. Okay, so my fish scale wouldn't turn on. I don't know if the batteries are dead or what. So I grabbed my kitchen scale, and this stand would not fit on here obviously, so I'm going to use this bowl and hopefully balance it on top. It is set to 0 with the bowl on top. So now when I set the stand on, we're going to find out exactly how much the stand weighs. 2 straps and the seat. See if I can get this balanced properly without it falling. Okay, I can see it right here. 13 pounds and 12 or 11 to 12 ounces. Let me take the straps off now and then see how much it weighs. Straps are off. Let's reset back to 0. Let's try this again. Okay, now it says 12, so just under 13. If you can see that through there. 12 pounds, 12 ounces. So those 2 straps are, they weigh a little bit, but not much. It's mostly because of these metal buckles on here, which they do weigh a lot, but they're super easy to use and they're also very reliable. Okay, so it weighs 12 pounds, 12 ounces. The stand says on the box over here, it says it weighs 12 pounds. Whoops. It says all cast aluminum. Underneath that, it says it weighs 12 pounds. So, well, close enough. It's actually closer to 13 for whatever reason. Unless my scale is off, which I don't think it is because I've used it for other things. And it seems to be pretty accurate for that. Let's see if we can get this thing on a tree and how easy it is to put on a tree for the first time, never being used before. Stay tuned. Okay, feels pretty sturdy. Seems to work out pretty well. Of course, I'm standing up in the ground. It's much different than if you're on sticks or whatever. But it does look fairly slick. It blends in nice and well. If you're 20 feet up in a tree and the deer is walking at you, which they should be in a hang-on stand if you can help it, they're not going to see you unless you're moving. So it's really nice, slick-looking stand. Of course, there's another strap down here that you need to tighten on. Let's get that going. So here, it's cranked on. Don't know. Looks like the leveling system's pretty good. As far as being leveled this way, it is a little crooked this way. It's my first time. So as I see it right now, the stand tilted that way. Not a big deal. You can easily correct that by uncamming it, lifting this up, tipping it over like that, and then setting it back in. Now the points of contact back here are right in the middle, so that's going to be your main bread and butter, how that's going to stay on right there. It's really important to keep that solid as you can. It's a medium-sized hang-on stand. It's definitely not for the run and gun every day, But for someone who occasionally likes to hunt public land and occasionally likes to hunt private land and perhaps leave this in the tree for a little while on a private land setup, this is a perfect little stand to use. Not overly heavy, as we saw, it's between 12 and 13 pounds. You know, I could have taken the seat off, but that's ridiculous because you're going to transport it with the seat on, you're going to transport it with the straps, and you're going to transport it probably maybe with a jacket and bungee cords and things, gear you need when you're going for a hunt. All right, so my first impressions of this stand, the XOP Air Raid Evolution. It's going to work. It's going to be a great stand. It comes in at a great cost. It was $245, I believe, which if you know anything about hunting, that's not bad. And cast aluminum is going to last a lifetime. It's guaranteed to last a lifetime. All the other things are easy to fix, or at least easy to get parts for to fix, cables, you know, stuff like that. My concerns right away, even though I haven't used this, but my concerns right away for all of you out there maybe being interested in looking at XOP stands or not deciding exactly right now which stand you would like, is that when you hang this up, and I mean, this is a large tree. It was really difficult for me to hold onto the stand and get this type of strap wrapped around, but I think that's more of a user error. I'm gonna have to work on that. In all honesty, I don't use hang-on stands. I'm a saddle hunter, so this is a new experience. I don't like how noisy this is because it's gonna land right on that screw, so I'm gonna have to find a way to either just be patient and not worry about that. At the same time, that's easy to fix. Put some felt on there or whatever. I do like, however, the size of this platform. This is a really good size platform. If you're looking for a little bigger platform, you like to hunt late season with bigger boots, or you have bigger feet to begin with, the Air Raid is probably the platform for you. If you went to the Vanish, you're looking at minimizing this by a few inches this way and a few inches this way. So you're looking at like this much right here. And if I sit on there, I don't have big feet at all. I wear like size 9.5. My boots come up to just about here where I feel, you know, comfortable on there. But if I had bigger feet and longer legs, you know, if you're well over 6 feet tall and you've got like size 12, 13 boots or whatever, even bigger, it's gonna be a tighter fit for you. So definitely go with the Air Raid. Don't go with the Assault, in my opinion. Later on, I am gonna do a video that compares both the Air Raid and the Assault, or sorry, not the Assault, excuse me. Later I'm gonna do a video that compares the Air Raid, the XOP Air Raid, this one, alongside an XOP Vanish. My friend has a Vanish, and bring it over and we'll do a little compare and contrast, and we'll see which one is the best option for you. But like I said, if you're a run and gun hunter only and you're constantly in the woods, you're looking to get after big bucks in hard to reach areas, and you're climbing different trees every morning and night for like the whole season, get a smaller stand. The Vanish is a good stand for you. But if you're more like me, where you get out hunting when you can and you hunt as much as possible, maybe on private and also on public land, this is a great option for you as well. The seat is really, really nice. I only sat on it for a brief while, but that's one of the reasons why I think some people buy this, which seems silly. But at the same time, if you're spending, you know, long sits, all day sits, maybe throughout the rut phases, this is a really nice seat, and it's very versatile where you can just simply flip it over and, you know, place it up like this. If you want to stand on the stand, put your butt against here and lean up against the tree. Maybe you want to stretch out your legs for a little bit. I can see myself doing that. So this loosens here, this loosens here, and then you can adjust it based on the angle that you want your platform to go. I need two hands to loosen these, so I'm not going to do that because I'm holding a camera. You can also adjust the seat based on this screw right here. The further you push this in, as you see, it's coming out the bottom there, this part, this bolt. Then of course your seat is at a much higher angle this way. The cables seem to be pushed far enough back where your foot isn't touching them. Yeah, there's some modifications, of course, to make. I'm going to have to put a bow holder right here, using daisy chains for here instead. I mean, that would all increase the quality of the stand overall. There's a lot of things you can do. Public land hunters, mobile public land hunters, they're constantly modifying things, and it's incredibly creative what some of these people have come up with. It's a real art. All right, everybody, my name is Corey. This is the Relentless Sportsman channel, all about hunting and fishing and being simple, practical, and making sure your experience in the woods or on the water is better and better every single time you get out in the great outdoors. Thanks for joining me. If you have any questions, feel free to put that in the comments below. Otherwise, please subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.